moving forward, the 3 things to get
Yes.
out of depression. Number 1 is still be thankful for what you have and be thankful for what could have gone worse, right? That didn't happen. Number 2, talk to someone. I feel like
This is key.
I feel like
Especially
that,
for men. Most men never express how we feel.
No.
I wrote a whole book about, it's called The Mask of Masculinity. It's about opening up and being more vulnerable as a man, because for 25 years I held on to shame and resentment. And right when I started to talk about it was when I started to set myself free. So sorry to interrupt, but talking to someone, one person, can transform your life.
And I think especially when you become a visionary and you become successful, you actually realize the value of having friends, real friends, who can be like a men's group around you, who can encourage you, and you just share life together. What's going on, man? Well, this week, I have a men's group once a week, and we do life together because we need each other. And so talking to somebody, being transparent with them, and getting that encouragement. And thirdly, actually helping someone in need where you cannot ascertain, nor even is it in your mindset of waiting for them to look you and say thank you.
Just being in service, giving.
Yeah, and that instigates purposeness. Many people are depressed because they don't know what to live for. They haven't found something yet to die for. When you have found something to die for and live for, when you know why you do what you do, that's when purpose gives you the strength to override all limitations and fear. Purposeness was key for me. And that's what I wanted to tell you as a teenager, that no matter what hell I went through, I tricked my attitude into a positive mindset. How did I do that? I focused, just like I looked myself in the eyes and said, I'm holding on to the eyes. Hold on to a goal. My goal was to give money to orphans. So I put a picture of an orphan on my mirror who's smiling at me. I didn't know who that orphan was. And I knew no matter what I was going to go through that day, that I'm a day closer to making a difference in someone else's life. And the reason, Lewis, why I became a speaker was because a janitor, you're going to love this, it was the janitor at my high school who looked at me and said, one day you're going to be a speaker. And I said, you're crazy. He was the first person to encourage me to start speaking to students at my school, which led me to a public school speech where in front of 300 sophomore students, I was just sharing my heart, and one girl was weeping. Half the girls were crying, but one girl was weeping. And she interrupted my speech. She put up her hand in the air and she said, I'm so sorry, but can I come up there and give you a hug?
I think this is the video I saw,
And she came up and she hugged me. She said, no one's ever told me that they love me. No one's ever told me that I'm beautiful the way that I am. And that's when I knew I was born to be a speaker. And I realized, wow, here I was at 10 years old trying to commit suicide because I had no hope. Now finding hope and helping other people find hope for their own life, it's the greatest drug I've ever found in my life.
It's amazing, right?
It is, and that's why we're here in America establishing a whole new platform in corporate America, because it's not just the teenagers who lack self-belief. It's not just the teenagers who bully themselves. It's not just the teenagers who have problems dreaming bigger. And when they see a man without arms and legs on stage saying, what's your excuse? Wait, what attitude do you have? Why? Wait, well, let's adjust that and let's see the trajectory of where you really could go. If this is what I've done without arms and legs, what can you do?
It's amazing, man. It's amazing. What one of the things that came up for me is, someone said this, I can't remember who, but holding on to resentment or being angry at someone is like drinking poison and expecting them
to die,
right? Something like that. I'm getting the wrong.
No, you're right.
It's something like that.
You're right.
And so the more we hold on to this resentment, or even just, I feel like the more we hold on to depression, anger, resentment, and negative attitude, it's like we're expecting someone else to be hurt by this attitude or this resentment, but we're just hurting ourselves.
Right.
And that person continues to abuse us over and over again, the more resentment we have. So we only can set ourselves free when we start to forgive.